Welcome once again to another edition of the Coach's Corner program. I'm Jeff Ruth along with Coach Williamson. And Coach, last week we were just talking before the cameras rolled. I said there's two plays that stand out, and you knew exactly what the two plays were.
Yes, sir. We came out to start the game off, and defense played extremely well with three. I think it was sack, or two sacks, third and forever. We thought we had the safety, but the officials didn't agree with us. So
I thought, yep.
Yeah, we thought we had him, but they didn't. And he breaks off a 99-yarder, and that one hurt. But it was a plenty of plays in the game because it's changed the momentum.
Yeah, you got down 24-0, literally the last play of the first quarter, 24-0. I'm thinking, this is going to be this could be a running clock.
Yes.
But second quarter, you played really well, put up a couple of touchdowns, and then the other big play was beginning of the third quarter, third and a whole bunch, and they hit you for a long one.
Yeah, we battled back. I mean, one thing, our kids never quit. They played hard. Got it back to 24-14. And then we thought in the second half we had the momentum in our favor, and we come out and again we get a sack and a third and 21, and we're feeling really good. And then they hit one over top on us, and then to compound that, they kick off to us and we fumble the ball away in their part of the field, and it was downhill from there.
All right. When we come back, we'll take a look at some of the highlights against good Shelby Ball Club. We'll also talk with one of the players, and we'll preview the game coming up Friday night against Highland. We'll do all of that right after these words.
The historic OK Cafe.
Pizza, calzones, subs, sandwiches, and more.
Our fresh dough is made daily, topped with your favorite ingredients and made to order.
Stop in for our lunch buffet or check out our many daily specials.
Looking for something to do? Come in and check out our giant projector screen on game days. Sing with friends on karaoke nights and dance the night away with live entertainment from your favorite local bands.
So even though Rex might have a short reach, we'll never come up short on service.
So remember, when you're hungry, check out the OK Cafe, home of the giant 20-inch Pizzasaurus Rex made to order. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. Come to the historic OK Cafe, located at 734 East Center Street, Marion made for over 80 years.
Once again, back on the Coach's Corner program, and Coach, hard to believe this is week 5, halfway through the season.
Flying by. I can't believe it.
When you look at the MOAC, and most teams are getting into the season, it's going to be tough for anybody in the MOAC to go unbeaten.
Yeah, it is. We talked to our guys about that. It's such an even-keeled league this year. It's like anybody can beat anybody on any Friday night. And then we told our kids, it's unlikely that Shelby can go all the way through undefeated.
Sure.
So if we can go the rest of the way, win the rest of them, that week 10 will be a fun week to play.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights last week against Shelby.
We just done a little H-dart out there to Josiah Gooden. He did a good job making the first guy miss. Get positive yards. I think we picked up 15 there. We ran a little crack screen here. Keontae Scott, number 3, does a good job of getting the linebacker, which feeds Stalen Bowler out. Gets outside, 18-yard gain. This concept, this was new. We just put it in for this week. We ran it a little bit earlier and went deep. Mike Williams, he's a defensive tackle, but he catches the ball well, he runs the ball well, and that's him right there with catching a touchdown. Here we run a little concept we call Paris. It's a go, slant, and a bubble. And Alex does a great job. Actually, when I was grading him, this was the best play. He post stepped and he gunned it in there. There was a tight window and he hit it. Another good job of Alex escaping pressure and get positive yards.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can see the final score. Offensively, you moved the ball at times.
Yep.
You had several opportunities to score
Yep.
that you couldn't capitalize on.
Yes, sir.
But giving up 500 plus yards, that is that was not the plan
No.
going into the ball game.
I think 200 plus came in the first two drives they had there, and the other one was 99, and he broke another one for
I think the 67, yeah. So in two plays,
Yeah.
166 yards.
Yeah, you can't do that with that. He's a good player.
Yeah. So talk about the fact, you're down 24-14, message at halftime.
Oh, keep playing. We thought that momentum was in our favor. We'd scored 2 consecutive drives. We thought the defense was hitting them and slowing them down. The quarterback was limping around a little bit, and we were hitting them. So we felt pretty good coming out of halftime. We thought if we got to stop, it'd be a one-score game. Now it's going to come down to the end to see who wins it.
I saw the game the week before against Newark and then the game against Shelby. Both those games, you got a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, we did. Coach Kern does a good job. He got a nice scheme. Excuse me. And we did a good job getting to the quarterback. I mean, we sacked him, I think, 5 or 6 times, but we let him get away 2 or 3 times, and it cost us.
Yeah. When we come back, we'll talk with Mike Williams. We just talked about him during the highlights. We'll come back to that right after these words.
Manufacturing has changed. There was a time when people would spend countless hours pushing buttons, pulling levers, and swinging hammers. One day, things began to change. One day, things became smart. Buttons, levers, and hammers became apps, computers, and robots. Manufacturing has changed. Marion Harding High School is proud to be part of that change by offering an advanced manufacturing course. Integrated Production Technologies will introduce you to the exciting career of modern manufacturing through hands-on application of the latest in manufacturing technologies and practices. Don't hesitate with your scheduling. Contact your guidance counselor or Mr. Potcutter in room 249 for more information about launching your manufacturing career.
Once again, back on the Coach's Corner program. This is a segment where we talk with one of the players, and Mike Williams joins me. And Mike, thanks for being on. You play offense, you play defense. Do you have a preference?
No, I just go out there and play.
Wherever the coach tells you.
Yep.
Cut a touchdown pass last week. That had to be a good feeling.
Yeah, always.
How long have you been playing football?
10 years.
Okay, so did you play like Marion midget football?
Yes, sir.
You went up through that program.
Mhm.
What team did you play for?
The Jets.
Okay. My son played for the Vikings, but that was many, many, many years ago. You're a senior this year.
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about, and I remember talking with Alex a couple weeks ago. You have another coaching staff. You've seen a lot of coaches the last several years. Just talk a little bit about what this coaching staff has brought to the team.
And they believe in our guys. They play that game plan every week. They believe in it, and we trust them. Just go out there and believe the game plan will work, and trust the staff.
I know the season hasn't gotten off to the start you wanted, but the Mount Vernon game, certainly, that was just a case of too many penalties and mistakes. Certainly you were in the Ashland game, played really well against Newark, and you take away, a couple of plays last week, and you're right there. That's probably the mindset going into the second half of the season is, we've been competitive, we just have to continue to play football. Now, you're wearing an Ashland University shirt. I understand you were at Ashland last week, and that has to be nice to kind of get some recognition and know that you might be playing at the next level.
Yes, sir. Sir, good.
Talk a little bit about being a senior, maybe some of the leadership that some of the other players might look up to you for.
I think you did a good job at being captain and stuff like that, leading the team, into games, speaking up, being disciplined, accountable players that are not at practice, try to get everyone at practice. Let's be at the top of the board, just trying to lead the team to victory every Friday.
Yeah. Can't get too far up, but you can't get too far down as well. Now, you are one of the captains that's voted on by the team.
Yes, sir.
That that tells me that you're kind of a leader then. You kind of consider yourself that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Very good. Now, do you play other sports?
Baseball, yes.
Okay. Coach is standing right over there. Is football your favorite sport?
Yeah.
Okay. Any goals that maybe you've set for yourself or goals that you've set for the team the rest of the season?
And I think for team goal has to go Marion every Friday. That's the goal for every week.
Well, a lot to play for the next 6 games, and hopefully you can pick up a win on the road against a good Highland Ball Club on Friday.
Yes, sir.
Mike, thanks for being on.
Exactly.
Certainly. We'll come back and we'll preview the game against Highland. We'll do that right after these words. Once again, back on the Coach's Corner program, and Coach, you're on the road against Highland, and Highland's probably a little ticked off after last week.
Yeah, we heard some comments from their coach. Yeah, they feel that they let one get away.
They played Pleasant. Pleasant's playing obviously very well. They're 3-1, and their one loss was by 2 points.
Yeah,
So
they're playing really well right now.
when you think of Highland, you think of their all-state running back. What do you know what their game plan is? It's going to give it to Nauman again and again and again and again, just trying to wear him down a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. They have 8 guys that go both ways. So we feel, we're a two-platoon team. We feel that we can wear them down. We just have to play fundamental football and not make mistakes. It's going to come down to who turns the ball over. If we take care of the football, we feel our athletes are pretty good, so we feel good about that.
When you're going up against a team that relies so much on one player, how do you scheme that defensively?
I mean, you got to stop him. We knew going in, last week we knew we couldn't let number 2 beat us. Excuse me. And then, we just have to do our job. And that's the thing. Coach Kern said it all week. Do your job. Everybody does their job, and things will work out.
It's Wednesday. You still have practice this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Still a good attitude?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We had one of our best practices yesterday. Last week we were terrible on Tuesday. Good practice on Wednesday. And we had a really good practice yesterday, and we're hoping to have a good one tonight.
All right. Well, best of luck to you on Friday night on the road. Hopefully we can talk about a win.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
It's going to wrap it up for this edition of the Coach's Corner program. For a struggling Coach Williamson, I'm Jeff Ruth. Thanks for tuning in.